Coming up on NTC News, NIU takes a clear stance on student walkouts.
And squinting at the scoreboard may be a thing of the past. Find out what changes are in store at the combo.
Plus, your wait time at the bus stop may be reduced. We will tell you why. All this and more on NTC News Tonight.
You're watching NTC News, DeKalb County's only television news source, on the campus of Northern Illinois University and from the Northern Television Center. This is NTC News Tonight.
Hello, I'm Andrew Heiserman. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Nyla Brown. Today is March 1st. NIU is joining over 40 universities and telling future students they will not be penalized for participating in peaceful gun violence protests. The admissions department posted a tweet earlier this week reassuring students that if they get in trouble through their high school, that discipline will not be jeopardized to their admission to NIU. Last week, hundreds of students from around the country began walking out in protest after a gunman opened fire, killing students in Florida High School on February 14th. A nationwide student walkout is planned for March 14th.
Douglas High School students returned to class this week for the first time since the shooting. CNN's Allison Camerota found out what it was like to go back to the place that changed their lives forever.
How'd it go in there today?
It was really good, really calm, really quiet, really laid back today.
You thought they handled it well for you guys?
I think so. They're helping us heal. And there was a lot of tears, there was a lot of pain, but they're helping us heal.
Lots of counseling, and it was nice to be with everybody again. And the quicker we get back into the things, the better. And the therapy dogs helped a lot. That was nice. And the teachers are just being really supportive and helpful, and all the students. And we're just coming back together as a family again.
It was hard walking into my classrooms again and seeing my teachers and my friends, and also walking into my classroom where I lost my friend and just seeing her desk there empty and knowing that she'll never be back.
How will you cope with that?
I'll just have to, distract myself and try to move on and know that she would want me to live my life, live a happy life, and I know that she's in a better place now.
Ever since everything happened, Joaquin, obviously, he had bleached blonde hair. And so I just looked myself in the mirror and I'm just like, I kind of want to do something. I want to make a change, I just bleached my hair. And it shows, we're remembering Joaquin and who he was, because everyone knew him as the kid with, blonde hair. He dyed his hair blonde, and we're just like, okay, that's a good way to remember him and respect him.
So how are you guys going to move forward?
I think I'm just going to be more positive and live my life a little more full to my own standards every day, for them, instead of letting it drag me down.
That's beautiful.
I've become an activist in every single sense of the word. I don't want this to happen to another school. Simple as that. I'm moving forward in this way. I'm going to make sure that I feel safe, my friends feel safe. I want to work with people. We're going to make sure we talk about mental health. We're going to make sure we talk about common sense gun control. We're going to make sure that something actually changes in this country.
Do you have the energy to keep it up?
Yes, I do. And the NRA and everyone is betting that we won't have the energy, but we will have the energy. We're teenagers.
And what happens to the movement now that you're back at school? Obviously, you guys are kids. You're going to be busy. You're going to have schoolwork. So what happens now?
It's going to be difficult because we're obviously in school and we do a lot of stuff out of school, but our teachers are behind us and they know what we're doing and they're really helpful with that. So I think because we have the support with our teachers and our parents, it won't be that much of a challenge to keep working on the movement. We want change to happen. I know it normally doesn't happen fast. Obviously, there are more things that can be done. So we're taking it one step at a time.
This wouldn't be happening without you guys. Do you feel a sense of satisfaction?
We don't feel like some people call us heroes, some people call us we're doing this, but we're just doing this for us so it doesn't happen to my younger brother who's 12 years old who's going to come here in 2 years. We just don't want this to happen to anyone else. So I think that's really what we're fighting for.
That was CNN's Allison Camerota reporting from Parkland, Florida. NIU's first Chief Information Officer announced that he will be retiring by the end of the month. Brett Coryell has been with the school for 4 years and is also the Vice President for Information Technology. Coryell says he is confident that he made tough financial decisions that he feel ultimately helped the school. Coryell plans to begin his retirement by going on a 5-mile hike on the Appalachian Trail, something he says he's wanted to do for over 20 years.
You will soon be able to vote for who you want as your district leader on the Student Association. Elections are scheduled for March 27th. After losing 10 senators, an informational meeting was held yesterday for possible new candidates. Senators are responsible for one of 5 districts of students and act as a voice for those students. The final informational meeting will be held today at 4 p.m. in the Campus Life Building, room 100. The Student Senate meets every Sunday at 5 p.m.
The Convocation Center may be getting some major upgrades, such as a new scoreboard. The Northern Star reports that projects to update and enhance the Convocation Center were approved during a Board of Trustees meeting in February. The athletic department is implementing a 5-year plan to replace both boards that were installed back in 2002 when the Convocation Center was built. The university hopes that improving the looks of the center will help get a potential business investor for the naming rights this coming May.
Students are finding that prices for benefits at the recreational center are unfair. According to the Northern Star, every student, regardless if they use the center or not, may have to pay about $8 per credit hour and often have to pay extra for campus recreation activities. For a normal student who takes 12 credit hours, the price annually will be about $100 just to get in and tack on another $30 fee for additional services. Meanwhile, non-students may have to pay an annual fee of $120. Intramural leagues such as basketball charge $70 for games that run a month long. The DeKalb City Council is looking into pairing the city's bus lines with NIU's Husky lines. Supporters say it would increase frequency, reduce overlapping, and simplify schedules. They also say it has the potential to leverage more grant money from both the city and NIU, ranging in the millions.
Coming up next on NTC News, fans of popular anime shows like Sailor Moon are looking forward to a big event on campus. We'll tell you about it.
And ordering food on your mobile device just got a little easier. Find out how after the break.
It's commercial, right?
These are cool. Did you, what did
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well,
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Drop that baby.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
With the groove, show move, keep it smooth as I bust the move. Hey, yo, step it swiftly, with me, keep up. If not, just stop, pop a squat, put your feet up, read up, pay attention, listen to the melody. Remember what you heard, got my words to the spell of me. Top notch, got them all jumping like hopscotch, jumping rope like double dutch in the air. Show me what you got, keep it hot like a heater. You thinking you a treat, cause you're sweet, but I'm sweeter. Leader of the pack, cause they all stay behind me. I'm old school, you don't skip tracks, you rewind me. Find me, working on my craft.
President Donald Trump's communication director, Hope Hicks, is planning on leaving the White House in the next few weeks. The 29-year-old former model joined Trump's campaign in 2016. Her announcement to leave came a day after she testified in a closed-door session before the House Intelligence Committee about the ongoing Russia investigation. Hicks says she wants to pursue new experiences and said she doesn't care for living in Washington, D.C. anymore.
And more now on what's happening in the nation's capital.
Carl Reevy joins us now with this week's political pit stop.
Thanks, guys. The White House is set to reveal a series of school safety proposals today. This comes after President Trump met with leading NRA officials over the weekend. The officials asked Mr. Trump to veer away from gun control reform in the wake of the Stoneman Douglas school shooting and to look into other preventive measures instead. The president has still expressed willingness to raise the purchasing age for semi-automatic rifles from 18 to 21 and to ban bump stocks, the gun accessory which makes it easier to fire rounds more quickly. Former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort will be going to trial this September. Manafort pleaded not guilty to a new set of charges filed against him by special counsel Robert Mueller yesterday. The charges are based on findings in the probe into Russian election meddling. It includes allegations of money laundering, conspiracy, and false statements about foreign lobbying. President Trump is one step closer to beginning construction of a border wall. A U.S. District Court judge ruled on Tuesday that the Department of Homeland Security has the authority to waive a host of environmental laws and regulations to begin construction. This comes as a response to lawsuits filed against it by the state of California and a coalition of environmental groups. Trump touted the ruling as a big legal win, tweeting that the important project can go forward. That's all for this week's Political Pit Stop. Back to you.
A plan to allow smoking on outdoor patios got snuffed out yesterday. The DeKalb City Council voted down the proposal with a 4-4 vote on Monday. It was Mayor Jerry Smith's opposing vote that denied the amendment. The proposal was to allow smoking so long as the patio was 15 feet away from any entrance or exit. After the vote, one alderman questioned whether the mayor should be able to cast a tie-breaking vote when there's an odd number of council members present. The issue will be discussed at a later meeting.
Thousands of people across the world watch shows like Sailor Moon, Pokemon, and Naruto. Those shows are called anime. NIU has an anime association that meets every Tuesday and Thursday night to watch anime and socialize with other anime fans. Anime Association is hosting a convention called Karoshi-Con. Reporting Constance Fowler sat down with the Anime Association president to find out more about Karoshi-Con.
Hi, we're joined here with President of Anime Association, Anisha Monga.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, you're here to talk about Karoshi-Con, which is coming up April 14th. So what exactly is Karoshi-Con?
Karoshi-Con is an anime convention that happens once a year. The Anime Club puts it on. It's a free convention for anyone, not just students and faculty, but anyone in any area to come and enjoy. It's a PG-13 con. Basically, it's just a place for people who love anime or love anything really kind of nerdy or like video game-ish to go enjoy themselves for a day. Yep.
Okay, so what does Anime Association do to prepare for the con?
So what the association does, the club members are people who help work on the con, but mainly leading up to it, we do like a lot of background work. We prepare for, see how many vendors are going to be coming, how many panelists we're going to have, ask special guests to come. We also decorated last year. That was a time and a half. We also print out stuff like our badges and our booklets, and we also get prizes and ask people to host tournaments and bring in their own board games and bring in their own video game systems. So we just kind of plan ahead of time to everything we need.
All right. Yeah. How big do you expect the convention to be this year?
We have had upwards of 800 people, but this year I think we're going to have somewhere to 1,000 people, from 800 to 1,000 people.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll send it back to Andrew.
Thanks, Constance. Pre-registration just opened online, and you can find the form on the Anime Association of Northern Illinois University Facebook page. A new business, Starve Belly, created a mobile app to make ordering food from any local restaurant more convenient. NTC News reporter Ebun Alua Osayemi spent a day with the founder of this new app, and he says he has high hopes for this new business.
Local restaurants say they've seen an increase in their business thanks to delivery service within the app Starve Belly. The DeKalb-based business, launched in January 2017, offers a variety of restaurants other delivery apps do not. Founder Michael Williams says what sets Starve Belly apart from other competitors is their easy and simple service that allows them to deliver orders to customers.
Because the other competition, they don't offer the variety of restaurants we offer to begin with, and the other competition actually do not even have drivers of their own.
Restaurants such as Smoke Signal, Sharks Fish and Chicken, and Subway are some of the 25 restaurants Starve Belly is associated with. Mauricio Patino owns one of those businesses and says his experience has been excellent.
Okay, this is a good opportunity for Mr. Michael to make his business going in better, and that's just how we had to work together, you know, like a team.
The Easy Access app can be used not only to order food, but also to apply for a job within the up-and-coming company. The app is easy and simple to use. You tap on the app, click Search Restaurants, decide on whichever restaurant you want, order your food, and you can decide on whether to pay with cash or credit card. Subway owner Pavish Patel says Williams has been a great addition to his business.
Michael is a great owner. He takes care of his customers, definitely cooperating with the customer and the stores also.
Williams says he is excited for the future and is looking to add more drivers and customers to Starve Belly. For NTC News, I'm Ebulua Osayemi.
Starve Belly can be downloaded on any mobile device in the App Store.
There's a severe blood shortage, and blood centers are asking for your help. Sophomore Days of Service teamed up with the Heartland Blood Center earlier this week to draw blood from volunteers. Graduate Assistant Zach Nielsen says the urgency is greater than most people realize. This was the last event held by Sophomore Days.
Where 6 to 7, then they have a little bit more to, I don't want to say play around with, but at least a little more flexibility in the sense that, okay, we can allocate more blood here or send it wherever they need to.
This was the last event held by Sophomore Days of Service for the month of February. More community-based events will be held in the near future. Time now for a quick look at the forecast. Today is a high of 45 degrees with wind gusts at 15 to 25 miles per hour. We can expect a clear night tonight and have a low of 25 degrees with winds from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 44 and a low of 25 degrees. Wind gusts are expected to be 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking into the rest of the week, Saturday will be sunny with a high of 47 and a low of 28. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 51 and a low of 36 degrees. We can expect some rain on Monday with a high of 43 and a low of 31. Tuesday, we can expect some rain in the afternoon with a high of 38 and a low of 27. Wednesday will mostly be cloudy with a high of 36 and a low of 24.
Coming up on NTC News, the men's basketball team played Toledo this week. Did they manage to get a win?
And there's a group on campus that you might be interested in joining. We'll tell you why right after the break.
Papa!
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
pretty?
Daddy.
How's your hair? Is it pretty?
Daddy.
It's pretty.
Maybe honestly.
It's been a busy week in the world of Husky athletics.
Our very own Martin Saltello is here to update us on what the Huskies did over the past weekend.
Many teams here at NIU are beginning their spring seasons, while the basketball teams are seeing their seasons wind down. So let's start on the hardwood. The men's basketball team welcomed the Toledo Rockets to the Convocation Center on Tuesday. After battling the Rockets early in the first half, the Huskies were down by 25 points heading into halftime. NIU was competitive in the second half, but it wasn't enough as they fell short 97-67. The Huskies will look to end a 3-game skid when they host the Ball State Cardinals on Friday. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. at the Convo. The women's basketball team was looking to pick up back-to-back victories when they also hosted the Toledo Rockets. Junior guard Courtney Woods led the way with a game-high 38 points to lead all scorers. The Huskies are looking to end the regular season with a win Saturday when playing host to the Western Michigan Broncos. Tip-off is set for 1 p.m. The gymnastics team was also looking for a strong showing when they hosted the Ball State Cardinals on Sunday. Senior Ashley Potts helped NIU in picking up their second Mid-American Conference win of the season by tying the school's uneven parallel bars record with a score of 9.950. Senior night approaches as the Huskies were looking to build momentum when they host the Western Michigan Broncos on Sunday. The women's track and field also had record-setting performance in the Indoor MAC Championships in Bowling Green, Ohio last weekend. The team placed 7th on Saturday with strong individual performances from several participants, including junior jumper Javania White, who set the NIU and MAC triple jump record with a 13.13-meter leap. The Huskies are currently on break as they prepare for their first outdoor track competition on March 24th. While the Winter Olympics are slowly winding down, one of NIU's very own had a chance to compete nationally. NTC News reporter Brandon Giese has more in this week's Leader of the Pack.
Freshman distance runner Ashley Tutt is no stranger to success. In high school, Ashley was known as one of the best in her field. This title has not changed since coming to NIU. Ashley has thrived both at the collegiate and national level as a freshman. On short notice, Ashley Tutt qualified to represent the United States of America.
Yeah, so Coach told me about 2 weeks, we knew very late about it. He's like, I think you can make it, even win the meet. So going in, just trying to qualify even, and just when I knew I made it, I was just really happy because I knew I've always wanted to make this team. And just getting there is an incredible experience.
Ashley was the first person to cross the finish line for Team USA in El Salvador. After returning to NIU, Ashley competed in the Indoor MAC Championships and won Freshman of the Year. Her coach, Adrian Myers, sees big things ahead for Ashley.
If she continues to grow and shift upwards as she has already, I think she could be a multiple-time All-American, a multiple-time MAC champion.
While Coach Myers sets major goals for Ashley, she is focused on finishing this year strong. Ashley has major events left on the schedule for track and field, as well as goals for the following cross-country season.
Hopefully to make it to nationals, run a good opener 10K at Stanford, maybe make another U.S. team, and hopefully just, eventually make it to nationals and cross-country with other girls.
Ashley's great success in just her first year on campus leaves her as this week's Leader of the Pack. For NTC News, I'm Brandon Giese.
Ashley is taking a couple of weeks off after her heavy competition schedule, but plans to be back in action by the end of March for a meet at Stanford University. That'll be it for NTC Sports, and as always, go Huskies. Let's send it back to the desk.
The word Ohana gives a significant meaning to the organization on campus. NTC News reporter Jamia Green was able to catch up with the group and look more into Ohana.
Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. The famous Lilo and Stitch quote has impacted one campus group in particular. The Asian American Resource Center hosts weekly meetings that give Ohana a deeper meaning.
Ohana overall is just a community that, regardless of whatever happens, you always got their back.
Students who regularly attend get that home away from home feeling with their peers.
One of our alumni in 2004 named the peer mentor program Ohana because we wanted to imbue that spirit that we're a family here at NIU and that no one's left behind or forgotten.
The group doesn't just gain close friends, they also gain different skills.
Ohana helped me learn a lot more about how to communicate to many different types of people and learn all the different type of leadership skills and how you can interact with them.
Learning isn't the only theme of this group. Students have the chance to interact with others and expand their skills, making the meetings fun and educational. The most recent Ohana theme was leaving a legacy, showing students they have the chance to make an impact on other people.
Each of us have a purpose to fulfill and a legacy that we can leave behind. And so it really is a reflective activity so students can begin to understand and articulate what their purpose is and what kind of legacy they want to leave behind for the students who come after them.
The Asian American Resource Center welcomes all with open arms. You may find yourself being a part of a new special Ohana. For NTC News, I'm Jamia Green.
The group meets every Tuesday at 5 p.m. in a Capitol room in the sky for the Student Center. That's it for now, NTC News. Stay tuned for Top Shelf Sports tomorrow at noon and daily updates all week.
In collaboration with WNIJ, we're going to leave you now with the band Old Town Tribune singing Old Town. It will air Thursday night at 7 on 89.5 FM and WNIJ.org. Take care, everyone.